Good morning, welcome to Morning Review. As it's election day, I did just look for the timings of when we're expecting to see some sort of results. So here it goes. So I'll start off with that in terms of the US polls. That obviously all will be, I say obviously will be open this morning. I say this morning, this afternoon let me see, some of the polls actually open quite early, but they'll all be open um, and close by 1100. I'll start closing at 11 o'clock our time this evening. I'm just looking, most of them are then closed by 12, right, 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, so they're still closing at 1 o'clock. When the polls close in Florida, 2 o'clock, right, 3 o'clock we start polls closes in two swing states. Okay, 3 o'clock closing. So right up to 3 a.m. On Wednesday, there's still polls closing, and some of those are key polls. By 4 a.m. though is the earliest possible time the election will be called for either candidate. So it's around about, if you're going to be trading this and want to be getting up towards the later stages, 3 or 4 o'clock may be the point to be awake. So there we go. Okay. Right, so where are we going then on the euro this morning? What's it looking like? I say this morning, this afternoon. There is a potential that we could get a lot of chop. We've just run in on the euro into the 4 hourly 8. Yesterday saw both the pound and the euro sort of bouncing marginally off their 21s, more so cable the pound than the euro. But the euro is just slightly short from its daily pivot here, putting a slightly higher high. It's really whether it can hold on to this or whether it will end up just chopping. My feeling is that it may chop. There may be some sort of continuation to the downside from yesterday. We'll see. Looking at cable here, and there's the bounce off the 21 on the dailies. A break of the 8 really would signify for me much further downside potentially. At the moment, it's sitting there and consolidating pretty much the same as the euro. It has hit the daily pivot. A break of yesterday's lows could be the initial sort of sell point for me. If I was selling, then as I said, if we go past that daily 8, I would probably look to be adding into a position. However, maybe unwinding most of the position, if not all of the position, by the end of the day before we get to the poll situation. It could be very messy around that situation. I've been reading ideas of a Clinton victory, a Trump victory, and what it may do. And to be quite honest, I don't think people are too sure at all. So whilst in some respect, a Clinton victory is supposed to be good for the US dollar, the US dollar and gold may benefit if Trump gets there, because the stocks, everything else may be sold off for the unknown. So you may see money run to bonds, and maybe a significant strengthening in the yen. Running down, it's expected it will run down towards the 100 factor, so that's what could be happening. So in the moment, to me, it could be well and truly choppy up until that point. So looking at the dollar yen, and well, with the Clinton news, it caused the rally in the dollar. As I say, this could change quite significantly throughout the Asian session tonight. If the polls come in the other way, or coming towards Trump. But for now, consolidation here, and already hit the daily pivot. So more upside, I'd be looking for the break of the upward. There's a trend line across the highs there. I'd be looking really for the break of this to be a bit more confident in taking anything to the upside. Just watching it, the absolute high though, there, just in case traders start selling into that. But that would be at least my more bullish view on the US dollar yen. Break of the pivot to the underside, well, it has got support points below us, but really the main support there would probably be the 50 moving average. And so if it does sell off these flatter 200, I don't think will probably give us too much support. We'll see. It didn't really give support or resistance last time. Well, I say that I know it spiked through it, so we'll see how it runs through there. The Aussie dollar. So what we got here then is, well, it's failed again from the what was the sell zone, the supply zone. It's just rolled over once again. It's a risky old one, but again, this one it may consolidate around these highs here. We'll see if it starts rolling over properly and breaks the 4-hourly 21, for example, and breaks it, maybe even the 34. It could be on for the weekly pivot. At the moment, it's holding on pretty well and showing some strength here. Say break of these lows here, could see it coming back towards the weekly pivot. Any sort of push back above the daily pivot will be on the bullish side for yesterday's highs. And the Canadian dollar, looking at the bigger picture, messy old picture. Personally, I'm going to keep away from it. It's far too choppy of late to be doing too much with. It's difficult to work out where it's going. It's already hit the daily pivot. We've wiped out the weekly pivot. Yesterday's daily was obviously caught at the same time, on the same bar, should I say, same hour. And if anything, it looks like it's strengthening somewhat, and that could be partially on a slightly more stable oil price at the moment, and probably possible signs that it may be reversing back up, but may just be. I mean, looking at this alley chart, it looks pretty choppy, and sideward. So personally, I'm steering clear of that. So what other news have we got coming out today? We've still got the economic financial meetings in European meetings going on, and we could get a bit of spill. Traders are looking to see if there's any comment on extending the European the ECB buyback, but there's no real comments being made at the moment. What they have said is they won't be increasing interest rates anytime soon, but there's been no mention or comments regarding extending the bond buying, etc. I think they're waiting to get the US election out of the way, maybe first. Aside of that, there's no significant news there that I'd be looking to trade. We have got a 5 p.m. speaker, but speaking at launch of Investment Association Diversity Project, so nothing of significance. The only thing that is first thing this morning, which I missed, which is at 9:30, we've got the manufacturing production figures coming out for the UK. So could give a bit of volatility around that time, but it could be soon stifled in the chop. That's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.